the Hawks have defeated the Sixers.
Yep. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I was not
Insane.
projecting this. I thought the Sixers, I think you and I both picked Sixers in 5 games.
What do we know?
What do we know? Hey, we were right about the Clippers, okay? We got some of this correct. So I guess first thing point blank that I'll ask you, is this the end of the Simmons Embiid era?
It should be. I respect Stephen. I might be going at Stephen A. Smith a lot in this episode, but I don't. If Stephen A. Smith compares Ben Simmons to LeBron one more time, he should never. He always condemns Max Kellerman. Oh, Max Kellerman, he should never talk basketball. Don't ever talk basketball again. He had 5 points. He had 5 points. He had 5 points, and he had 13 assists. He had 13 assists and 8 rebounds. He had 5 points. He's not Draymond Green. He had 5 points.
He needs a change of scenery.
He can shoot. I don't understand how he can be an elite player in this league and have 5 points in a game 7. That is baffling to me. And I want to take a look at his shots too. Let me see. Give me one sec. He took 4 shots. He took 4 shots. He took 4 shots. Yes. He took 4 shots. I don't understand. Can anybody help me how he takes 4 shots and he's an elite player in this league? I am totally understanding of players that have a bad shooting night, several bad shooting nights. That happens. If you go 2 for whatever, at least you're aggressive. You're going to the line. You're trying to win. 4 shots. That is baffling to me. So I think it's over. Personally, to me, Ben Simmons is a defensive stopper. That's it. I don't understand how he's good offensively. And how many people, Matt, have we interviewed that have deep knowledge of the 76ers, and how many times have we asked the Ben Simmons question? And they don't know. Like, no one's defended him. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? No one's defended this guy to us as like an elite player, and it's like, hey guys, you're wrong. You're gonna see him blow up an elite player. He's in the gym. He's up to something. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This series is indicative of that. And to me, this team needs a fundamental, a total rehaul. I think the process has failed. I think this is a horrible loss. This is going to look bad on Joel Embiid, who I like personally. He had 31 points in this game. But yeah, this is bad. This is bad. But I think for the Atlanta Hawks, what a rise for Trae Young. And really, I mean, his stat line doesn't look that great. I mean, it's an impressive game. I mean, he had double-double, 21 points, 10 assists. But compared to his other scoring outbursts, and let me take a look here.
Well, I think he was 1 for 11 with 9 points at halftime. So he really struggled with his shot.
But you see how aggressive he is, right, Matt?
Right.
He's 5 for 23, but he's aggressive. And you saw him just watching the game here. He was like going at the other guys here. He wants to win.
Right.
That's the difference. Like, yep.
He's not going to stop shooting.
No. And to me, I don't understand this whole thing with him and LeBron. It never made any sense. I don't understand. And to me, this is a situation where they have to trade him or do something. I don't know. I mean, you know more of these salary cap, the finances than I do. But whatever they have to do to get rid of Ben Simmons, they have to. He can't be on this team. I mean, you pick one or the other. It's a pretty easy choice. You get rid of Ben Simmons.
You're right. And it's a situation that's also, I think, mutually beneficial, because I think where Ben Simmons would shine more is if he didn't have a center clogging up the lane potentially like Joel Embiid does at times. Like, these guys work against each other in some of the things that they do best. Like, Ben Simmons, his offensive value is running the fast break, run. And he's an excellent passer, excellent playmaker, but you're right in that he doesn't. So he has elite skills, but I would agree with you. He's not an elite level player, because you can't be an elite level player in this league if you are a zero, a bagel on shooting. So even if he had a mid-range shot, he's much
Yeah.
more valuable. We know he doesn't have that. He can finish around the rim, but in the playoffs, year after year, when things tighten up, you don't get as many fast break opportunities. You don't get as many chances like that. So I would be curious to see, like, I would need to, of course, go into like a trade machine. One of the things I've seen floated is, what if you could do like Ben Simmons for CJ McCollum, like shake things up in Portland where they need to shake up,
Immediately make that trade. Immediately.
and get an outside shooter for Joel Embiid. Like if you could do that, I don't know if you do that if you're Portland, but if you're the Sixers and you can do that, I would do it.
If they're stupid enough to do it, yeah. Totally.
So I think Simmons, should be on a team where he can kind of run the offense a little bit more, and he can kind of go inside. I'm with you that, they need to do something in Philly. And I also think Daryl Morey is not someone who sits around. He's always been aggressive in off seasons, at least in his time in Houston, he was. So I do think something happens and one of these players is moved. I don't think you move Embiid, as he was an MVP candidate this year.
Insane.
So I think you're right. I think Simmons gets moved. The question is, what is his trade value at this point? Do you have a team, maybe like the Timberwolves, that are desperate to get a player and shake things up like that? Like, can you run him with Cat? I don't know, because you also have Anthony Edwards there, so maybe that's a bad idea right there. But you need a team who's desperate and can maybe part with an outside shooter to put around Joel Embiid.